Good evening. It is March the 8th. So apparently, I thought it was March the 3rd yesterday. Josh, appreciate the accountability and keeping things in check. Putting some light on the situation here so I can actually read. Okay, so what we like to do every evening is the Lord's Prayer. I also want to tell you where we're going to be tonight. We'll be in Numbers 10:1 through 11:23, Mark 14:1 through 21, Psalms 51 1 through 19, and Proverbs 10:31 and 32. And then I will break it all down. So if this is your first time here, what we're doing is we're reading the Bible in a year. We're reading Old Testament, New Testament, Psalms, and Proverbs. And I made it to about May last year. So this is more of an accountability for me. If you'd like to join the journey and read the Bible in a year, we can do it together. I'll try to do it every evening and have it up by 9 or 10 Eastern Standard Time. Sometimes it'll be earlier in the day, depending on what I have going on that evening. And we'll kind of go from there. So let's do the Lord's Prayer like we try to do every single night. I think I missed maybe the first, maybe couple of weeks, I think. And we'll make it up for it. So our Father who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done on earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread, and forgive us our trespasses, as we forgive those who trespass against us. And lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. For thine is the kingdom, the power, the glory, forever and ever. Amen. Numbers 10, 1, 11, and 11, so 10, 1 through 11, 23. Scoot some stuff over on the desk. March the 8th. God spoke to Moses. Make 2 bugles of hammered silver, and use them to call the congregation together and give marching orders to the camps. When you blow them, the whole community will meet you at the entrance of the tent of the meeting. When a bugle gives a single short blast, that's the signal for the leaders, the heads of the clans, to assemble. When it gives a long blast, that's the signal to march. At the first blast, the tribes who were camped on the east set out. At the second blast, the camps on the south set out. The long blasts are the signals to march. The bugle call that gathers the assembly is different from the signal to march. The sons of Aaron, the priests, are in charge of blowing the bugles. It's their assigned duty down through generations. When you go to war against an aggressor, blow a long blast on the bugle so that God will notice you and deliver you from your enemies. Also at times of celebration and the appointed feasts of new moon festivals, blow the bugles over the whole burnt offering and peace offerings. They will keep your attention on God. I am God, your God. In the second year of the 20th day of the second month, the cloud went up from over the dwelling of the testimony. At that, the people of Israel set out on their travels from the wilderness of Sinai until the cloud finally settled into the wilderness of Paran. That there they began their march at the command of God through Moses. The flag at the camp of Judah led the way, rank after rank, under the commands of Nahshon, son of Amminadab. Nathaniel, son of Zur, commanded the forces on the tribe of Issachar, and Elab, son of Helon, commanded the forces of the tribe of Zebulun. As soon as the dwelling was taken down, the Gershonites and the Merishites set out, carrying the dwelling. The flag of the camp of Reuben was next, with Eleazar, son of Shedeur, in command. Shemiel, son of Zeradal, commanded the forces of the tribe of Simeon. Elisaph, son of Duel, commanded the forces of the tribe of Gad. Then the Kothanites left carrying the holy things. By the time they arrived, the dwelling would be set up. The flag of the tribe of Ephraim moved out next, commanded by Elisham, son of Ammihud. Gamel, son of Pedazur, commanded the forces of the tribe of Manasseh. Abidan, son of Gideon, commanded the forces of the tribe of Benjamin. Finally, under the flag of the tribe of Dan, the rear guard of all the camps marched out when Eleazar, son of Ammishdai, in command. Pagel, son of Okran, commanded the forces of the tribe of Asher. Ariah, son of Enan, commanded the forces of the tribe of Naphtali. These were the marching units of the people of Israel. They were on their way. Moses said to his brother-in-law, Hobab, son of Ruel the Midianite, Moses' father-in-law, were marching to the place about which God promised. I'll give it to you. Come with us. We'll treat you well. God has promised good things for Israel. But Hobab said, I'm not coming. I'm going back home to my own country, to my own family. Moses countered, Don't leave us. You know all the best places to camp in the wilderness. We need your eyes. If you come with us, we'll make sure that you share in all the good things God will do for us. And so off they marched for the mountain of God. They marched 3 days with the chest of the covenant of God in the lead to scout out a campsite. The cloud of God was above them day by day when they marched from the camp. With the chest leading the way, Moses would say, Get up, God, put down your enemies, chase those who hate you to the hills. And when the chest was set down, he would say, Rest with us, God, stay with the many, many thousands of Israel. The people fell to grumbling over their hard life. God heard. When he heard, his anger flared. Then fire blazed up and burned the outer boundaries of the camp. The people cried out for help to Moses. Moses prayed to God, and the fire died down. They named the place Taberah, which means blaze, because fire from God had blazed up against them. The misfits among the people had a craving, and soon they had the people of Israel whining, Why can't we have meat? We ate fish in Egypt and got it free, to say nothing of the cucumbers and melons, the leeks and onions and garlic. But nothing tastes good out here. All we get is manna, manna, manna. Manna was a seed-like substance with shiny appearance like resin. The people went around collecting it on the ground in between stones or pounded it into fine mortar. Then they boiled it in a pot and shaped it into cakes. It tasted like a delicacy cooked in olive oil. When the dew fell on the camp at night, the manna was right there with it. And Moses heard the whining, all those families whining in front of their tents. God's anger blazed up. Moses saw that things were in a bad way. Moses said to God, Why are you treating me this way? What did I ever do to deserve this? Did I conceive them? Was I their mother? So why dump the responsibility of this people on me? Why tell me to carry them around like a nursing mother, carry them all the way to the land you promised to their ancestors, where I'm supposed to get meat for all the people who are whining to me? Give us meat. We want meat. I can't do this by myself. It's too much. All these people, if this is how you intend to treat me, do me a favor and kill me. I've seen enough. I've had enough. Let me out of here. God said to Moses, Gather together 70 men from among the leaders of Israel, men whom you know to be respected and responsible. Take them to the tent of the meeting, and I'll meet you there. I'll come down and speak with you. I'll take some of the spirit that is on you and place it on them. Then they'll be able to take some of the load of his people. You won't have to carry the whole thing alone. Tell the people, consecrate yourselves, get ready for tomorrow when you're going to eat meat. You've been whining to God. We want meat. Give us meat. We had a better life in Egypt. God has heard your whining, and he's going to give you meat. You're going to eat meat. And it's not just for a day that you'll eat meat, and not for 2 days, or 5 or 10 or 20, but for a whole month. You're going to eat meat until it's coming out of your nostrils. You're going to be sick of meat that you'll throw up at a mere mention of it. And here's why. Because you have rejected God, who is right here among you, whining to his face, Oh, why did we ever have to leave Egypt? Moses said, I'm standing here surrounded by 600,000 men on foot, and you say I'll give them meat every day for a month. So where's it coming from? Even if all the flocks and herds were butchered, would that be enough? Even if all the fish in the sea were caught, would that be enough? God answered Moses, So do you think I can't take care of you? You'll see soon enough whether what I say happens for you or not. Lord, I don't know why that part tongue-tied me. So, in my personal opinion, this is where the story starts getting good. Hopefully, don't get back into the whole tribes and all the building of the tent of the meeting, which Ark of the Covenant, depending on what they call it. So, the breakdown of Numbers 10:1 through 11:23 says, God instructs Israel to use silver trumpets to organize the nation, when to gather, move, or go to war. Israel finally leaves Sinai and begins their journey to the Promised Land. But the people quickly start complaining about hardship and food, longing for Egypt instead of trusting God. God sends quail, but also rebukes their unbelief. Moses becomes overwhelmed leading the people, so God appoints 70 elders to help carry the leadership burden. The key lesson says God provides guidance and leadership, but complaining and ingratitude weaken faith. Also, leadership should be shared, not carried alone. That was a good one. I enjoyed, I think, the part of that where Moses felt like he was carrying it all, and God said, bring down everybody consecrated, and I'm going to put the load on them too." I think that was, we shouldn't have to carry it alone. But now we're in a place where we shouldn't have to. And Josh, if you jump on tomorrow on Facebook and Instagram, I'll be doing a Facebook Live tomorrow about, or on Instagram Live and Facebook, about daily surrender. And I think that's a problem we have as men, and probably even women too. We have a problem with surrendering to God. We as men have to feel like we have to fix things and have to try to make it all better, and we feel like we're not doing enough when we surrender to God. Boy, I had to learn that the hard way. I'm telling you that. Okay, Mark 14, 1 through 21. In only 2 days, the 8-day festival of Passover and the feast of the unleavened bread would begin. The high priests and the religion scholars were looking for a way that they could seize Jesus by stealth and kill him. They agreed that it should not be done during Passover week. "We don't want the crowd up in arms," they said. Jesus was at Bethany, a guest of Simeon the leper. When he was eating dinner, a woman came up carrying a bottle of very expensive perfume. Opened the bottle, she poured it on his head. Some of the guests became furious amongst themselves. "That's criminal, sheer waste. This perfume could have been sold for well over a year's wages and handed out to the poor." They swelled up in anger, nearly bursting with indignation over her. But Jesus says, "Let her alone. Why are you giving her such a hard time? She has done something wonderfully significant for me. You will have the poor with you every day for the rest of your lives. Whenever you feel like it, you can do something for them. Not so with me. She did what she could when she could. She pre-anointed my body for burial, and you can be sure that whenever in the whole world the message is preached that she just did it, what she just did is going to be talked about admiringly." I don't know why it just clicked that she was kind of preparing his body for burial. I don't know if I've been in church my whole life pretty much, and apparently I missed that. So bear with me. That's like really, really big deal. Got to highlight that. Why are you giving her time? She's just done something wonderful. She pre-anointed my body for burial. Gotta highlight that whole thing. That was really good. Sorry. Okay. On the first days of the unleavened bread, the day they prepared the Passover sacrifice, his disciples asked him, "Where do you want us to go and make preparations so that you can eat the Passover meal?" He directed 2 of his disciples, "Go into the city. A man carrying a water jug will meet you. Follow him. Ask the owner of whichever house he enters. The teacher wants to know, where is my guest room? Where can I eat the Passover meal with my disciples? He will show you a spacious 2nd-story room, swept and ready, prepared for us there." The disciples left, came to the city, found everything just as he had told them, and prepared the Passover meal. After sunset, he came with the 12, and as they were at the supper table eating, Jesus said, "I have something hard but important to tell you. One of you is going to hand me over to the conspirators, one who at this moment is eating with me." Stunned, they all started asking, one after the other, "Is it me?" He said, "It's one of the 12, one who eats with me out of the same bowl." In one sense, it turns out that the Son of Man is entering into a way of treachery well marked by the scriptures. No surprises here. In other sense, the man who turned him in turns traitor to the Son of Man. Better never to be born than to do this. Ouch. Could you imagine, put yourself in there and you're one of the 12 disciples and Jesus looks at all of you and says, "One of you is going to betray me"? Man. Mark 14, 1 through 21 said, religious leaders secretly plan to kill Jesus. A woman anoints Jesus with expensive perfume, honoring him before his death, while others criticize her. Then Judas agrees to betray Jesus for money. During the Passover meal, Jesus tells his disciples that one of them will betray him, revealing the painful reality that betrayal can come from those closest to you. I mean, yeah, painful reality that betrayal can come from those closest to you. God Almighty, isn't that the truth sometimes? The key lesson says true devotion to Jesus is costly and sincere, while greed and hidden motives lead to betrayal. Psalms 51, 1 through 19 says, a David Psalms after he was confronted by Nathan about the affair with Bathsheba. Generous in love, God give grace, huge in mercy, wipe out my bad record, scrub away my guilt, soak out my sins in your laundry. I know how bad I've been. My sins are staring me down. You're the one I've violated, and you've seen it all. You've seen it all, seen the full extent of my evil. We have all the facts before you. Whatever you decide about me is fair. I've been out of step with you for a long time, and in the wrong since before I was born. What you're after is truth from the inside out. Enter me, then conceive a new true life. Soak me in your laundry, and I'll come out clean. Scrub me, and I'll have a snow white life. Turn me into foot tapping songs. Set these once broken bones to dancing. Don't look too close for blemishes. Give me a clean bill of health. God, make a fresh start for me. Shape a Genesis week from the chaos of my life. Don't throw me out with the trash or fail to breathe holiness into me. Bring me back with gray exile. Put a fresh wind in my sails. Give me a job teaching rebels your ways so the lost can find their way home. Commute my death sentence, God, my salvation, God, and I still sing and I'll sing anthems to your life-giving ways. Unbutton my lips, dear God. I'll let loose with your praise. Going through the motions doesn't please you. A flawless performance is nothing to you. I learned God worship when my pride was shattered. Heart shattered lives ready for love. Don't for a moment escape God's notice. Make Zion the place you delight in. Repair Jerusalem's broken down walls. Then you'll get a real worship from us. Acts of worship, small and large, including all the bowls. They can heave onto your altar. Psalms 1 through 19 breakdown says this is David's prayer of repentance. After his sin with Bathsheba, he asked God for mercy, cleansing, and a renewed heart. David acknowledged that God doesn't want empty sacrifices, he wants a broken and humble heart. The key lesson here is God's mercy is available to anyone who honestly repents and seeks a transformed heart. Amen. Proverbs 10:31 and 32. A good person's mouth is a clear fountain of wisdom. A foul mouth is a stagnant swamp. The speech of a good person clears the air. The words of the wicked pollute it. Breakdown of Proverbs 10:31 and 32. These verses contrast the speech of the righteous versus the wicked. The righteous speak wisdom and what is fitting, while the wicked speak things that are twisted and destructive. The key lesson here your words reveal your character. Wisdom produces life giving speech, wickedness produces corruption. I'm going to read that again for you. Your words reveal your character. Wisdom produces life giving speech. Wickedness produces corruption. The big theme says God values humble hearts, faithful devotion, wise words, and grateful trust, not complaining, betrayal, or empty religion. So, if no one told you today, I love you. I thank you for jumping on. Share with your friends, subscribe, send this out to people. We're going to do our Bible readings, the whole Bible in a year together. So, charge hush words to betray the Lord. Oh man, I'm just telling you. Josh, I appreciate the shout out, buddy, and let me know that I put the wrong date on for yesterday. They keep holding me accountable, buddy. I appreciate that. Guys, I want to tell you that I love you. Josh, thanks for jumping on. Hope you had an amazing weekend. Have a better than good day tomorrow, sir. Have a great week, and hopefully we'll see you tomorrow night. And guys, I love you. I love you. I love you. Have a better than good night, and we'll see you tomorrow.